Hello.
Welcome to the Adventures of Brent and Lydia. I'm Brent.
And I'm Lydia. That's me.
We are actually going to do something that you guys may hopefully find interesting. We are headed over to a brand new store that just opened back up. Last week we went there and we asked the owner if we could feature them on our YouTube channel, and they they asked, like, does the store need to be empty? No. And the thing is, I think you guys want to see, the customers in there interacting, stuff like that. So I'm not going to reveal the name of it yet because we're going to be there in just a little bit, but I'll say this. It is a store that was here before, owned by the same person, and then the owners left. I can't remember the exact reason. I guess that's not really, it's not really relevant, I guess, but so they had moved away, actually out of the state of Tennessee. They've been gone for like what, 3 years? 2 years?
2 years, something like that.
2 or 3 years they've been gone. But they're back now in a different location under a different name, and we want to share this place with you guys because
they sell the best milk, I'm telling you.
So one of the things that Lydia and I used to do is we would go drive all the way over to Amish country, and from where we live at to get to this particular store, it took us almost an hour, if not an hour, to get there. And so
we just couldn't do that every week.
It wasn't realistic, because the only thing that we bought there was milk and eggs, and maybe there was a deli in there too, so sometimes we would get some sandwiches or something like that. But doing that every week is just really out of the question. So this store happens to have that very milk in it, and eggs from that farm, and a few other things that are pretty interesting. Watch out, squirrel!
Squirrel!
So, we're just kind of starting the video out casually here.
Yeah, Brent made D-tray special for breakfast, which is basically a breakfast meat of some sort. This time it was hash, and corned beef hash, and then potatoes, and eggs, and cheese, and you just mix it all together. So
it's just a hash that my family's been making for a really, really long time. It was a family friend that originally showed my mom the recipe, and I've just been doing it ever since. Didn't feel like filming it this morning.
Not that big of a deal.
Lydia's not really feeling the greatest today, and I don't know what's going on with me. Obviously it's my condition is what I'm referring to. Luckily, last video I think we covered a pretty good deal of that, just in general. So I'm probably not gonna talk about that every single time, just because, well, I don't like repeating myself that much. But certain things obviously, are important for us to say. Well,
today we have to finish cleaning the house for the Sabbath, which is not much. I need to record 3 vlog podcasts of 1689. We're starting.
She got a day behind. It's my fault.
We're starting to record the first episode for our podcast for Evil, and then Brand is smoking meat for tomorrow's Sabbath meal, and we're gonna have pork. I'm gonna make some sort of like fried apple type deal to go with it, because it's pork and apples go good together. And I'm debating on what. I know I'm gonna do green beans. I'm just not sure what type of starch to do. Potatoes or rice? Which would you prefer?
I'm not even thinking about that right now.
See, that doesn't really help me.
Sorry, but
so I'm probably gonna do rice, because tonight for dinner we're doing bangers and mash. So
every now and again we like those. So shout out to our UK brothers and sisters over there, because there's some meals that we do that are definitely more popular over there, I would say. Bangers and mash being one of them.
But that's what, like I said, as you know, we like to get our house ready for the Sabbath. So on the Lord's Day, it's very minimal cooking and cleaning, and it's a day that we're able to relax go to the second service, but I always say health depending. Like, that's our goal, like on the fellowship meal Sundays, is to go back to the second service so we can partake in communion. But I always say health depending. But like I said, it's our goal.
Yeah. Well, appreciate you, everybody watching and following along in this journey that we call life. We will actually come back here in a little bit and share this particular, the owner's story a little bit, and show you guys around the store. We're starting to get into, like, some of our adventures now are actually like going to stores and basically asking the owner not only if we can film in that location, but to like give their story as to, like, how it all happened. We might do that for a couple of other ones that we have in mind, but for now we're gonna catch you guys here in the back in a few minutes. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep talking.
Yeah.
And like some of our conversations, as you guys know, are like okay.
That's just us.
But we'll come back here in a little bit, guys. I'm only like 7 minutes away from the house right now, so.
Yeah,
And where we live at, we're about 30 minutes away from everything, which is nice actually when you think about it. We used to be like 5 to 10 minutes away from everything, which that was too convenient. At least now, like, it's a bit of an inconvenience to leave the house sometimes to go get stuff, so. It's good for Lydia and it's good for me as well, so.
Yeah, you have to air out the wife every so often.
All right, we'll be back in a few minutes, guys. All right, guys, we just made it over here, and we're gonna get all set up, and we're going to go into this store. Should be pretty interesting. Should be fun. So hang tight. All right, guys, welcome to the Crunchy Depot. We're gonna go inside and see what they have here and do a little bit of an interview. I think Lydia's already in there, so.
Yeah. But I have a paralyzed diaphragm, that's why I'm not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I fell several years ago, and I haven't been breathing issues since, and then I got COVID pneumonia last year, and it made it even worse.
Oh my goodness.
So,
It's been a wild ride.
So is it that
the diaphragm,
ribs don't move?
the diaphragm muscle doesn't move up and down, so I breathe like with using my shoulders and lungs, not the diaphragm. So I don't always get the oxygen I need.
Yeah, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So grateful for modern technology.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm trying to restock after
I saw that.
the grand opening.
I saw that. I'm so sorry.
Oh, the milk thing?
Yes.
My milk catastrophe?
Oh my God.
Okay, so, you know, when I had my other store a couple years ago,
Yeah.
one of the employees had all the bulk foods on one side because we were cleaning.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you have a table and everything's on one side,
Yeah.
and so the food went 25 feet, and it was like a rainbow. Red lentils, green lentils, black beans, pinto beans, like
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of pounds of food.
Oh.
It was terrible.
So you don't have any milk?
I have one heavy cream.
That's it. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I understand.
That's all that survived. 4 heavy creams survived because they were in a different fridge. And that's it.
I'm sorry. That's not fun. I may take the heavy cream though. And I need eggs too. So
Okay.
we're just gonna walk around and see what y'all have.
Okay.
Y'all have bath bombs. We may have to get bath bombs.
As you guys know, yep, they're here too. So what are we looking at here?
Jay's beads. I'm just seeing what they have.
That's the milk that we were talking about.
Yeah, the good milk.
So, you want to explain like what happened as to why they don't have any milk right now?
Fortunately, it got too cold and the milk kind of froze and exploded.
Oops. So this is a really, really unique thing that they have here, guys. So this whole entire section wrapping around the corner here, these are all teas, and they're literally for darn near anything, really. Like they have, like this stuff is hard to find right here. I don't know if this stuff is focusing. Yeah, that's really hard to find.
It usually grows in graveyards.
That doesn't surprise me. So, if you guys need any types of herbal teas, this is definitely a good place to look.
Yeah.
They even have gigantic bags. Check that out, guys.
Yeah. You got peppermint.
I don't know why it's having a hard time focusing today.
You got peppermint. That's what I'm going to be making.
Yeah, so Lydia, obviously with her digestion issues, we got peppermint. We'll see if I can. There we go.
Sorry guys, I'm not feeling the best, so I'm trying to talk. Really.
I might have to go out and change the battery already.
Well, we're not going to be too much longer, but I'm trying to figure out what honey. What honey would
So
you
we
want?
weren't going to talk to her very much then?
Not very much today. I was going to try to message her and see if we can schedule like a formal.
Okay.
But
again, these are all local honeys, guys. Like, look at this bottle. Like, you're not going to really find that in too many places. And the fact that this is all local. I knew it.
you knew what?
I knew it.
I was going to get honey?
Yep. So yeah, if you need shea butter, cocoa butter, anything like that, they also have that here. That stuff is great to work with, by the way.
But yeah, I'm about done.
Well, let's go down this way so we can at least show this. So I'm a huge fan of this soap right here.
Yes. Dr. Bronner's.
Dr. Bronner's is amazing, and the fact that they have the whole line is actually really great because it's kind of hard to find sometimes.
Yeah.
And then, you know, oh boy.
I was going to grab some candy.
Okay.
But that's all I really got to say about today. But I'll try to schedule more things when they have like the milk and other, when they get more products. Then we'll come back and show the updates with the new products. What do you think? I think
That
that's
works
good.
for me.
Okay. Well,
Did you want to talk to the owner anymore?
No, I think that should be it for today. But thank you for joining us at the store, and if you're local, stop by and check it out. We finally have a health food store back. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
So just to reiterate, guys, this is called the Crunchy Depot, and I'm just going to go around again and film just a little bit more, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right.
I'm trying to restock from the grand opening was so busy
That's good though.
that like now everything's coming back in.
Well, we needed a health food store back. Like you were the only one, and then when you closed, yeah, Publix was the closest thing. And Publix is not bad, but
Yeah, they don't have like all the loose herbs and stuff.
no.
So I think one of the questions that I probably have is like, how'd you get into this?
Okay, so this is a little bit of a rabbit trail. But first, I will say, I'm diagnosed autistic. So
Oh, okay.
most autistic people have what's called a special interest. So ever
Okay.
since I was little, I would always look at the back and read nutrition panels.
Oh, how fun.
Yes, but you know, that gets boring after a while. So
Sure.
then I started, probably when I was in my late teens, looking at like ingredients and being picky about certain ingredients. And then it just kept, it's a rabbit hole.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's a rabbit hole, and I haven't been able to get out. And now I've surrounded myself with the rabbit hole, and everyone is on the journey with me. So
I think it's great.
yeah.
It's so needed, especially like when you have conditions,
True.
like pre-existing conditions, because like literally, I know people are staring at me. It's one of those weird things because like I can't really stop spasming. And I'm like, I just feel better if you would just come up and talk to me at the time.
Oh, like ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just love alternatives and.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make your lavender lemonade?
No.
Okay.
But I have the recipe if you want one.
Okay.
Because we're not gonna do the cafe here.
Yeah.
My kitchen's really small and it's not set up for.
Oh no, I understand. I get you.
This is
Do you
like
want
the
recipe?
perfect
Yes.
size for this too.
Yes. So my last store was 4,000 square feet. This one is 2,400. But I think it's perfect because I
Yeah.
still have quite a bit of space that I can grow into.
Exactly.
And right now, like all the shelves are very spaced apart, and even the products is very spaced apart. So I could probably increase like almost double the inventory eventually.
Yeah, it's especially over time you can see what customers want and like.
True.
And of course, carry everything.
True.
So
Yeah.
I think
I'm excited for.
I'm glad
There's
you-
still a lot of stuff I don't have yet. I'm like,
I'm glad you have J's in the milk, like.
right.
Because their actual location in Adams, it's like 30 minutes from our house.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad, but it's nice to have it.
I like to drive.
Well, for sure.
And this place is over an hour from our house.
Oh.
So,
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
get more on Tuesday. I'm so sorry.
So one of
no,
the
it's
last
fine.
questions that I have is, what's your favorite product that you have right now? Obviously, you can go in a rabbit hole with that too,
Yeah. And this would change, like
Right,
depending on
right.
what I'm going through. I would say right now, Heal All.
but
Heal All, that jar.
Yeah.
I'll grab it. Cause like I literally use this for everything. Like if I cut myself,
oh, okay.
yeah, that stuff. And we sell a ton of it too. Cause you can use it for everything. And it helps so many people in such a drastic way.
Oh, I'm sure.
And if you help someone, it makes you feel good. So
Yeah,
like
true.
it's a feel good product. Like, oh, it took the itch away. Like this one lady had a rash on her stomach that was like so itchy, and she came back to refill her water, and she was like, that Heal All
Wow.
took the itch out. She's like,
awesome.
She's like, I don't feel like I'm gonna scratch myself. So
Do you have anything else to add, Lydia?
no, I think that's it. But we're getting milk, honey, and eggs.
Yeah, so this milk right here, guys.
It's like the best milk.
Not only is it some of the best stuff, but that is over an hour away from our house. And clearly we're not driving there for it. So
Are you gonna get the eggnog in for Christmas?
yes. So
yes.
they told me at the end of this month. So I don't know. I'd have to look at the calendar. I don't know where my phone is.
Oh, you're good.
But to look at what the last Tuesday of the month is, but they said at the end of this month. Because I've been telling people November,
Yeah.
but
Oh no, that's close enough.
because I know the 31st is on a Thursday, so it should be, what is that, the 29th?
I think so. Yeah.
yeah, that sounds right.
Awesome. I'll have to try to get.
I
some
will
of those.
post.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it.
I still
Just
need to
a
go and look.
just a little introduction to this store, and I hope this not only helped her grow, but that you guys enjoy this like little tour and little conversation that we have. Like I said, she's extremely knowledgeable. So if you have any questions whatsoever, come in and get just talk to her. She actually gave me a couple of different things for trying to slow down my spasms, and they do work. It just takes time, as anything else. But yeah, so come to the Country Depot. Tell anybody that you see while you're here that we sent you, and just if you guys need any different type of alternative type healing stuff, this is it's a great place to be.
You were so funny.
And the fact that
A first date that never ended.
they were here before and they came back a couple years later, it's a smaller store than what it used to be because they're not doing as much here, but so many great products here. So yeah, we just wanted to share that with you guys. All right, we'll catch you later.
Well, good evening, guys. We are back on ever so briefly, and I'm going into the office to see what Bryn is up to. What are you up to this evening?
Well, currently we just got done with our podcast,
It's the first episode of Evil. So yeah, we finally did it, guys. We finally did the first episode. It is definitely. You can turn the light in here too.
Oh, there's light in here. Woo!
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm basically just kind of reviewing it and checking the sound and making sure everything's good.
So what else you got planned for this evening?
That's a good question. I think I'm just gonna relax for the rest of the day, to be honest, because I'm tired.
Well,
I'm really
one
tired.
last question. Are you sure you don't want me to pop everything in the oven?
I guess you can, Lydia.
Okay, you heard it straight from the man. I'm cooking Sunday roast in the oven. That right?
I don't even know what's going on right now.
Well, I just wanted to wrap it up this evening and just see what you're up to, so you can explain the other aspect of your job.
So, may or may not have talked about this, but yeah. So we have a podcast. You guys know this. If you don't, well, now you do. Basically, there's a lot of moving parts to it, especially if there's two people on the show, which in this case, Lydia was on the show with me.
Woohoo!
We try to do a good job of complimenting each other, and like I feel like we did.
Oh yeah.
It's just yeah, this series is going to be a little bit more difficult, I would say, because we're kind of venturing into a territory that I've been intentionally avoiding for a long time.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to come in here is I want you to show the technology that we use.
I use basically Presonus pretty much exclusively. So like the microphones are
the mics.
Presonus, the monitor or the monitors, those are all Presonus. I got to get a couple more things because I might be doing a new project soon.
More will come on that, but
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
and you have your little buddy.
I do have my little buddy. He's with me at the desk, and actually won a new one today.
Do you want me to show everyone?
Yeah.
It is a blue thing. The tag says a troll, but we are calling it a Smurf.
It's Mr. Smurf.
Yep, he won it from a claw machine, and so I'm adding it to my collection. See, right here.
If you guys heard what I said in the last video, like those are all won by claw machines. So eventually she's gonna have like a full entire shelf of them. But it's just something fun that I do for her. We've been doing that for a couple of years now, off and on.
But like I said, I just wanted to come back here and just show everyone what you're doing and
Yeah, so
conclude the
this
day
is the more exhausting side of it, because like when you're producing something, like we literally just recorded this.
yeah.
And so like part of my job as being a producer also, because it's not just you record it and then you put it on. Like you have to check levels. And again, like I'm not great at it. Like I feel like I can do it well enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically we have a certain intro that we do. We have a certain music that we do. The music is actually it's free music. It does exist out there. You just have to find it. But it's kind of like a bluesy slide guitar kind of thing, which actually is kind of what my next project is about, where it potentially could be doing a show related to music, which would be extremely fun for me.
Oh yeah.
Especially in the genre that I really, really like. But yeah, so like part of producing this stuff is you have to re-listen to it. So it was just shy of an hour by like a couple of minutes.
And that's not too bad.
No, actually, this is I actually thought it was going to be longer, to be honest. But it was an interesting show. I'll say that. You guys listen to it. It's called Out of Darkness Podcast. It'll be up Wednesday.
Okay.
Which it's going to be up before, obviously, you guys are going to get this video, so.
But anyway, got anything to say before I turn it off?
No, I just, I think I wore myself out and I forgot to take my medication this afternoon, so don't be surprised if I'm spazzing more.
Well, I'm going to go finish cooking your brats, and I made you a bun to go with your brats.
Because I got buns, Hans.
Yep. We're that goofy, but
But anyways, yeah. Today was really cool. The owner of Crunchy Depot, she's an absolute sweetheart. She really is. And what we're going to end up doing is, so Lydia probably is going to go back there at least probably once a week.
Yeah, just to get milk and eggs.
Milk and eggs. Like, it was really a big tragedy what happens to all the milk, unfortunately. It's a mistake. It happens. But probably in the next month, we're going to go back there generally and record.
And see what else they have
and
for the holidays.
see what else they have for the holidays. Because, like, the way that she is with her store, guys, is the same way that I am with my podcast. And doing all these new projects that we're trying to do. I'm, by no means am I saying that I'm autistic like she said that she was, but I'm a nerd when it comes to certain things. To be completely honest, and Lydia's kind of giving me a face behind the camera, but yeah, when it comes to like audio and understanding like how to do this stuff, like the only reason as to why this is going as well as it is because we've made our mistakes early on. If you go back and listen to the first couple episodes, it's not like distracting necessarily, but you can definitely tell like we have drastically improved.
But
yeah, this is my baby, guys. Like this is what I enjoy. I enjoy doing voiceover work, podcasting, radio type stuff. Which again, like I told you guys that I'm getting into that, but I'm not going to say any new projects that I'm doing until it's official.
Yep.
I've had a couple of conversations recently. I'm actually going to have another one on Monday of this coming week and Thursday again, which is just crazy. Like all of this stuff is like it's a good overwhelming.
Yeah.
But yeah, so. And you guys can see, like, it's nothing like super crazy that we do. Like, here's part of the script. One of the things that's cool about podcasting specifically, though, is you can have more of an organic conversation.
Yeah.
And that's basically all Lydia and I did. We had an organic conversation about the show Evil. We've been promising this episode for
a couple months now.
At least 3.
Yeah.
It's been a challenge for me to get into it just because I know the backstory.
Well,
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for me, guys, today.
I'm going to go finish cooking dinner.
Once I'm done with this, I'm pretty much going to be too tired to do much of anything else because, like I said, like, I love doing this, I really do. But the topics sometimes are very taxing. And I just wear out really quickly just because of my condition, unfortunately.
Oh, that's all cool. And that's okay. Well, it's almost a Sabbath, so we can rest and relax.
Yep.
Okay.
And hopefully I will attach the camera to my helmet tomorrow morning so you guys can get another ride from me, because actually a few people have been asking. They're like, you don't ride your bike the most often. And I'm like, well, I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff as to why I didn't stop doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get the camera on the helmet in the morning and kind of take you along for a little short ride at least. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I will see y'all later then.
Okay, bye-bye. Check you later.
He was about to exclude me again, but...
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were. It's not fair. Because you're more on camera than I am, but then again, I work at the desk, and so I really can't do much. And isn't he handsome? Yes, he very much is. And yeah. So, why are you flipping it around?
Guys, welcome to Friday. It's been an interesting week again.
What is Friday?
What do you mean, what is Friday?
What do we eat on Friday?
Oh. I don't know, what do we?
Pizza. We eat pizza on Friday. And guess what we got today?
She had me pick up cheesecake.
Cheesecake. You heard me. Cheesecake. It's good stuff. And we're going to watch, I don't know, something or another. But we're having pizza because it's Pizza Friday.
Well, how has your week been, Lydia?
Work. And my week has been pretty good. I mean, I'm sore, but I'm good. Other than that, you know. My lungs are sore because, well, I coughed really bad the other day. And
Didn't it throw your back out or something?
yeah, and it hurt the nerve that's connected to the diaphragm in the back, and it caused me to be, yeah. That's a technical term, too.
Got it.
It's a technical term.
Got it.
I also do things to make this guy laugh.
You know, she assumes that I'm grumpy, but what are you doing? Lydia, what are you doing?
Stalking you.
Well, can you... Thank you. This is my life, guys. She won't let me leave for some reason. I don't know why.
You can leave.
I see you. Anyways, come on, let go. I already have enough of a hard time. So this has been a really interesting week for a couple of different reasons. Trying to understand my condition, which I think I probably there's something on the screen right here. Okay, good. So if I didn't mention it in our weekly video here that we're doing, I was diagnosed with FND, which is Functional Neurological Disorder, and so trying to understand the whole condition, which it's not really easy for me to understand it, at least not right now. There's a lot to do with it. I actually did a separate video this week on that, so we actually put out 3 videos this week instead of just 2. Yeah, yesterday physically was a extremely exhausting day. I had one of the... So part of FND is having non-epileptic seizures. So you're kind of conscious and aware of what's going on, but you're not simultaneously. It's really hard to describe. Anybody that's had a seizure probably understands what I'm talking about. But I had one of the strongest seizures that I've had yesterday since all this started, and it pretty much has drained me since. And yes, guys, Leah is that goofy all the time. I can get frustrated with her sometimes because, like, with what's going on with my condition, it kind of messes with my head a lot. So it was kind of making me feel like in a panic mode for some reason while she was doing that. That's kind of what I snipped at her. But we're both fine. It's just she's learning to not do that, and I'm trying to learn how to be more open about this whole thing, which really is basically mind-blowing. My life is basically, to a certain extent, revolving around this disorder. I did an independent video about it this week, so I'm not really going to address it too much more than that. Yeah, it's been pretty exhausting. I'm not gonna say that it hasn't. But with that being said, I mean, today was a little bit better day. I'm still, having tremors and spasms, but as of now, in the moment of recording this video, or this clip, rather, I haven't had a spasm, or I'm sorry, I haven't had a seizure yet today. I've had some jerky movements and, some tremors and a few spasms here and there, but not a full-blown seizure. So that's It's a good thing. I'm still extremely exhausted. I don't really sleep great. But it is what it is, you know. Sorry. Sometimes there's a bit of a disconnect with me when I'm talking. I just, I'm trying my best, guys, to get this this legs clip done, but you know, simultaneously. Positive note: went to the barber shop, had a lot of good laughs. Yeah, guys, I'm just beat. I'm beat by the end of this week. I can probably talk about one of the things that I'm hopefully going to be doing by next month. I should be starting. Well, hopefully, I'll be able to start my voiceover acting. Basically, it's an academy or a school that teaches voiceover work, and it's not easy to get accepted by them. So I was accepted into the program, which is huge. It's a really big deal. But you know, it's a financial thing, and Lydia and I are trying to work it out. But I'm sorry, guys. I'm just out of it. I know that typically I have more energy for you guys and stuff like that. I did manage to go on a ride earlier. I didn't record it just because, you know, sometimes it's hard for me to do that. It's one of the only places where I get a sense of peace, where, you know, I really don't have any type of seizures or spasms when I'm on the motorcycle most of the time. Obviously, that's not going to make sense to everybody. I realize that. But, you know, that is something that's helping me at least somewhat cope with it. So I'm probably going to put some rides together here pretty soon. I have a couple of ideas that you guys might find pretty cool as far as content's concerned. Still trying to be creative and, you know, interesting and relevant. You know, there's a lot of days that I don't feel like that. I don't know, guys. I've just been feeling beat down this week, and it's hard for me to express, I would say. So typically, when I have spasms, they're not too bad, but like yesterday completely drained me, and like 100% drained me. Yeah, so I'm probably going to end the video here in just a second, just because, you know, I don't really have much to say today, guys, to be honest. You know, yeah, it's just been frustrating. You know, I don't know what else to say. You guys can probably tell my voice doesn't really sound normal today, and it's because of everything that's been going on. But I want to remind everybody that, you know, whether you have lung and diaphragm issues like Lydia does, and PCOS and this and that and another thing, or you have a FND or dystonia or anything like that, or anything in between, one thing I try to remind everybody of every week is don't try to do all this stuff on your own. I was truthful with Lydia earlier. I'm not going to say what I said to her, but she basically asked me if I could ever do this on my own, and or she basically asked, like, if I wasn't in your life, how would you be dealing with this? And I wouldn't be. Let's put it that way. So make sure you have a good support group around you, good people, people that you can trust. Not just for encouragement, but we're not meant to travel through this life alone. We're not. Despite what a lot of people say and what society says, you can't do it, Again, I apologize if I sound different and I'm kind of acting different today. It's been a pretty tough week as far as like what I've been physically dealing with. Hasn't been bad. I essentially was able to kind of do a pilot episode for something that we're working on. Hey, you want to come out here for a minute?
What's up?
This is going to tell you guys that I'm not mad at Lydia. She just doesn't. She doesn't know what button to push right now.
What's up?
Can you come over here, please? I'm sorry if I was snippy with you a few minutes ago. It's just you made me feel kind of panicked when you held on to me like that.
Sorry.
It's not a big deal.
Did you tell him about the letter?
No, I haven't got to that yet. I was actually about to shut it off, but so as you guys probably are aware of, if you've been watching our videos for a while, that I was a forklift operator for a company locally around here in Middle Tennessee. I'm not going to talk badly about the company because they had to do what they had to do. You know what I mean? Like, they can't. Realistically, they got to do what they got to do for the company, and I'm not mad about that whatsoever. But essentially, today I got two different letters. One was
Same letter.
well, it's two different letters of the same thing from two different people.
They're the same person. Both from Jerry. I read them.
Oh, okay.
I read them, yeah.
Essentially, I was severed. That was them basically say I don't have a job within the company anymore, which, it is what it is. Again, I'm not really mad at them. They had to make the right decision for their company, for their best interest. But what was really confusing about it is, they had an alternative party handling the medical side of stuff, and they were saying that I still had time, and the company was saying that I didn't have any more time left.
So I emailed that person and asked her, so does this mean that I'm terminated? If so, how this will affect my short-term disability, and how will it affect the medical insurance that I'm using to get treated for my condition? I mean...
Yeah. So, as you guys can see, it's kind of a mess right now. Well, at least I don't have to stay up super, super late and wait to call in every day now. But if anybody hasn't seen that video that I put out yesterday about FND, it is a pretty serious condition. Lot of moving parts to this condition, guys. Like, I wish I could explain it, but I really don't know how to be completely honest. I have non-epileptic seizures. I have muscle spasms, that look extremely concerning when it happens. I have My neck sometimes kind of gets locked in a position. It's messing with my consciousness in certain aspects. There's definitely like a disconnect. There's a specific word for it, but I don't remember what it is. So this condition is serious. It's not a easy condition to live with. I've watched several videos, from medical personnel to understand it, and right now I just don't. I don't understand it. Hopefully that'll change. But for now, it kind of is what it is. I haven't really officially been diagnosed for that long, I guess, considering it was October 11th, so only a couple of weeks ago I was officially diagnosed. I have been dealing with this, though, for several months, and from when it started to what's going on now, it has progressively gotten worse. And it's even going into one of my legs at times. So, the company had to make the decision that's in their best interest, and I can't really be mad at them for that. So, I bet some of you are probably wondering, well, what's next? Well, I am working with a broadcasting company. It's Cleveland's involved in this, if you guys didn't know that. Y'all know Cleveland. I've had him on the channel several times. He's one of my closest friends. But he and I are working on a new project. Hopefully that'll generate some income in some way. At least I hope it does. That one's going to be really fun. I'm also, as I said, trying to start a voiceover career. And so, I don't know what's going to happen. Not at least I can't see it right now. Lydia's reminded me several times this week of stuff that I've said to her, and the one thing that I have to keep telling myself, and if you do have a support group, or family or anything like that, anybody that's in my family, which is most of our church, I consider family. So if there's anything that anybody can ever take away from what I do and what I've said, it would be that God's still sovereign and Jesus is still king. Even in this situation, I don't have to understand it. I definitely don't have to like it, but what I do have to accept is that God has predestined and ordained this. So, take that however you see fit. But well, I don't have much else to say. Like I said, it's been a tough week. I feel extremely beat down, extremely tired, and like I said, the spasm that I had yesterday, or I'm going to call it what it is, the seizure that I had yesterday was really bad, to the point where I could hear Lydia's voice being extremely concerned, but when I start understanding this condition a little bit more, obviously you guys will be learning with me, but with that being said, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.